This perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out the brand new movie on Shudder called Dark Glasses. Now, this movie isn't out yet, but shout outs to Shudder for putting this out on their platform as a secret screening, because I was always wondering, like, what is this? I hope it's not like an old movie, and you know what I'm saying, but surprisingly enough, it's a brand new movie, but this doesn't come out until October 7th. So be on the lookout for that if you are into find if you're into looking for something to watch during the spooky season. You know what I'm saying? This is a Dario Argento film. You know what I'm saying? I had to look this up. I didn't know this is the same guy that made like Suspiria and Zombie and stuff, and he's really well known. So it's like, I think this is going to be on a lot of people's radar that like those types of movies, those Italian horror movies. And let me know in the comments below what other horror, like Italian horror movies I should check out, because I've only seen Suspiria and like Zombie, but other than that, I haven't really like dived into that side of horror. You know what I'm saying? I like foreign horror movies too as well. But anyways, let's get into this. I'm not gonna spoil anything for y'all. So the movie starts off with the character Diana. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but on the actual actress's name. She and everybody else is in like the middle of this field, whatever. And I guess there's this like eclipse that's happening. And when I first saw this, I was like, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but maybe it's pretty much just foreshadowing to what's going to happen to Diana. So Diana, she's an escort or a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? However you want to reference it. And I like how this movie is somewhat of a slow burn, but in between the slow burns, like, you still got some interesting like horror stuff going on. So as she's like, you know, doing her job and whatnot, there's this killer going around killing people, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He's very sloppy. Like, the first kill that you see in this movie is pretty interesting. It's pretty gory. It's pretty graphic. You know what I'm saying? The movie has a lot of style to it. It has a lot of style to it. There's some interesting shots. The music is like my favorite part of this movie, because it feels like you're watching like a John Carpenter score. And it kind of gives you that 80s feel. And I think that's what they were kind of going for with this movie, because there's definitely some goofy things that happen throughout it, but it's definitely entertaining. So anyways, going back to Diana, you know, she comes across this killer, and she is trying to escape in her car, and then ends up having a car accident. Some people that get caught up in this accident, they die. You know what I'm saying? But there's a little boy in the back, and he survives. But what happens to her is she ends up losing her vision. And that right there, I think, is super terrifying. You know, for you to be able to see for so long and be so used to it, and then have that snatched away from you, it's very terrifying. And I like the actress that kind of portrays this, and she's just like having a really hard time at first, like adjusting to things. But what really is interesting, as she meets Rita, which is kind of the person that kind of helps her get through all this stuff, like gives her cane, and also gives her like a seeing eye dog, which the seeing eye dog is really dope. Not gonna spoil nothing about that. Then she comes across the kid that was in that accident, and she feels regret, because it's because of her and the guy that was chasing her that this kid no longer has parents. You know what I'm saying? And that's really sad. But I like how these two kind of have a connection throughout the whole entire movie, and they kind of help each other out, which to me is really the strong part of this movie and what I really like about it. And it's really sad, definitely, towards the end on what happens, but I won't spoil that. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of give you my first impressions of this movie. I thought it was kind of solid. It's I feel like the killer is a little forgettable, in my opinion, but he is pretty entertaining to watch. Like, he drives around in this white van, and that's all I'll say. That, like, there's some funny ass shit in here. But I had a good time with this. It's a little short. It's an hour and 25 minutes. Yeah, I think they could have probably put another like 10 minutes on here, maybe. But maybe that's not what they were going for. Like I said, it very much feels like one of those 80s type of movies. So, you know what I'm saying? The music is dope. The violence is, just enough to kind of keep you entertained and stuff like that. The pacing is decent enough. I don't think you're going to be bored watching this at all. I thought this was pretty good, like I said. But if you get around to watching this next week or whenever, on October or just at any point of this year or next year or something like that, let me know how you guys feel about this movie overall. And also let me know what type of other Italian horror movies I should check out. Yeah, until next time, I'm out. Peace.